Greetings and welcome to LGR Oddware, where we're taking a look at hardware and software that is odd, forgotten, and obsolete. And this little thing right here, this is the Daytel Action Replay for Windows 95. Yeah, this is a PC-compatible cheat device. And it's not just a device, it comes with a whole package of stuff we're going to be taking a look at. But yeah, this is the ultimate cheat system for PCs, oddly enough. Kind of similar in theory to the stuff that you would see, especially for consoles back in the 1990s, but this one plugs into your printer port, of all things, and yeah, let's just see what all this does. So this is the Daytel PC Action Replay for Windows 95, which sold for £29 or about $40 when it hit store shelves in December of 1998. Action Replay. Play to win, never to lose. Extra characters, extra vehicles, infinite lives and health. Yeah, all these cheat devices promised the same things back in the day, whether it was Action Replay, Game Shark, Game Genie, Blaze Exploder, or whatever else. I don't know about you though, but I always associate cheating hardware with consoles, not computers. After all, game consoles are typically pretty closed down and don't have access to mods or trainer programs. But with PCs, I mean, modifying games to work how you want them to is practically a way of life. So when I saw that Daytel made Action Replay kits for personal computers, I was instantly intrigued. And it turns out these devices go way back, with some of their first products being for the Commodore 64 and Amiga systems during the mid-80s. Then in the first half of the 90s, a couple of PC-compatible devices were released, including the PC Comms Link package, a half-sized ISA card interface that allowed you to connect your Sega Saturn or PlayStation Action Replay to a PC and directly access your console's memory. Followed by the first PC Action Replay, consisting of another ISA card, software for MS-DOS, and a little breakout box they called the Freezer Paddle, allowing you to activate cheats, take screenshots, and enable slow motion. That brings us to our 1998 version of the PC Action Replay, updated for Windows 95 and 98, and replacing the internal 8-bit ISA card with an external dongle that plugs into the parallel port. It also comes with the PC Action Replay software itself on a single CD-ROM, and even a freaking VHS tape. Yeah, this is pretty much the entire reason the box is as big as it is, because otherwise all you get is the CD and this little parallel port device. Speaking of which, what is this thing anyway? Is it even necessary? I mean, just going into this project, I assumed that the software would do most of the work, acting as a kind of paid-for trainer program that's updated online every so often. And according to the old Daytel website, that's kind of what it looks like, with patches and downloadable cheat code lists to update functionality for the latest games. So yeah, I had to open it up and see what's inside, which it turns out is not much. You get the expected resistors and traces to pass through a parallel device, usually a printer or external storage, but there's also a PIC 12C508 chip. Interesting. I've seen these used as mod chips for consoles like the original PlayStation, but they can be programmed to do all sorts of things. So as for what exactly it's doing to a Windows 9X PC, well, let's go ahead and see what we can find out. But first, I had to try that VHS tape.
Replay is the ultimate game enhancer for PC. Now you can rewrite the rules.
I was afraid of that. Being that this is the UK version, the tape is in PAL format, so it's not only playing too fast, but my NTSC VCR and TV don't know what to do with the visuals either. While there was a North American version rebadged and sold under the Game Shark brand, I haven't been able to find one of those yet. Thankfully though, the CD-ROM comes with digitized, albeit highly compressed, video files of what's on the tape. So let's take a moment to enjoy the late 90s radicalness.
Action Replay is the ultimate game enhancer for the PC. Now you can rewrite the rules. Action Replay takes the latest and greatest brain-busting games and blows them apart. If you've experienced the humiliation of crashing out at level 4 of your favourite action-adventure game, then Action Replay is the only tool you'll ever need to even the odds.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Let's go ahead and get to cheating like a dirty cheater. We'll just get the dongle plugged into the parallel port on the back of the lazy green giant running Windows 98 and get the software installed and ready to go. And now it's time for yet more high-energy nonsense in compressed video form. Yeah, that just keeps going for a while, so let's move on to the main menu. We'll get to the cheats in a moment, but real quick here, I was kind of surprised to see an options menu with such granular detail settings. It uses animated 3D transitions between menus, customizable down to the individual number of frames. Anyway, onto the cheats menu itself, which is a lot smaller than I thought it'd be. Compared to the number of games that often came with the console action replays, I figured you'd get more than 20 on PC. Nope. Though you could download more from the website 20 years ago, but even then they only added about another dozen titles from what I could find in the Wayback Machine. And considering how few codes are actually included for many of these titles, yeah, the only way I can describe this is underwhelming. Ah well, let's just try Quake 2 here, turning on all the infinite ammo cheats. The starting pistol's ammo is unlimited already, so let me play ahead here until we get to the machine gun. Well, the ammo is still counting down, and yep, I'm out of ammo. So much for Action Replay being the only cheat tool I'll ever need. Exiting the game, you can see a trainer program open that shows every cheat is activated, but it seems it's entirely dependent on the version of the game you have. Guess I'm using a different version of Quake 2 than it expected, so yeah, that's a problem. Again, the downloadable cheat updates could address this, but it's still a notable limitation compared to consoles, at least in the 90s, where games typically didn't change after release. On the other hand, this is a PC game, so you can just open the command console and type in your own dang cheats. Oh yeah, all the weapons and infinite ammo, no action replay required. Let's move on and try Tomb Raider 2, which also has infinite ammo cheats that can be enabled in theory. Again, the pistol ammo is unlimited by default, but the shotgun isn't, so let's try that. Welp, okay, maybe the infinite health cheat works. Let's go up against the first tiger and see. Yeah, another case where it seems the version I'm playing is incompatible, which is too bad because the game doesn't have any cheats you can just type in that I'm aware of, instead relying on the classic method of performing obscure sets of moves to unlock stuff, like stepping back and forth, spinning around 3 times and jumping backwards while holding a flare, which unlocks every weapon in the game. Yeah, suck it, Tiger, how do you like that? No thanks to the Action Replay. Alright, let's give the original Age of Empires a shot this time, which the Action Replay only provides a single cheat for: unlimited resources. Should be simple enough, right? And you'd think. I mean, it kind of works, but only for placing buildings and spawning units. Anything else that requires resources, like upgrading technology or advancing ages, will still eat into your resources as usual. And once again, the built-in cheat codes typed into the chat window are all way better than what the Action Replay provides anyway. Can you win the game using nuclear sports cars using the Action Replay? I think not. So even if it did work with this version of the game, who cares? What it comes with is much better. Okay, one more game here, even though I don't have much hope for it. Forsaken. Again, it comes with cheats for unlimited things like ammo and time. Again, it doesn't work whatsoever. And again, the codes you can just type into the menus without the Action Replay are all way better than what the Action Replay comes with. So what's going on? I mean, I assume this thing worked at some point. Well, I have a theory. After looking through the archives of the old Daytel website, it seems that the UK version of the PC Action Replay is strictly meant for UK versions of these games, which is probably why there was that PC Game Shark released here in the US with its own distinct set of cheats. So yeah, I guess it's not surprising that my North American releases aren't working properly, but it's still quite the disappointment regardless. There's just the lack of cheats in general. It doesn't come with very many, even with all the updates applied, and since most PC games had their own better codes you could type in or access through simple modifications, the PC Action Replay just seems silly. Oh, and in case you're wondering, the Action Replay application does actually look for the parallel port dongle, and mine's working fine. If it's unplugged or there's some problem with it, the cheat software will refuse to work or even open up a game at all. Now, I'm still not 100% certain that the dongle is necessary for enabling the cheats themselves, since it seems to be completely relying on trainer software to do that. But it is required as a form of copy protection, which just makes this entire kit all the more irksome to use. That's about it for the Action Replay for PCs, at least this one. I think that the other one, the older one, like the full ISA card version, might have been a little more useful than this, just because, you know, it did things like screenshots and not fall over on my table, and had a memory manager and all sorts of extra things, you know, that little box that came out of the back. But this, I mean, the more I thought about it, the more I just don't know exactly who this was targeted towards. Like, at first I thought, well, maybe this is for people that just want to play their PC games and don't know that they can just type them in like cheat codes or use the dev console or command line stuff or anything like that. I don't know, maybe this is just me assuming here, but if somebody is into PC games enough that they want to, you know, modify them to some degree with software and, you know, cheat and add things to them, and they're willing to spend £30 on something, plug this into there and get it working and get the software going and use a trainer and then go on the internet to download stuff to update it, it boggles my mind who this is for. It doesn't make sense on a PC when you have a keyboard that can do all sorts of things for built-in commands, and then you also have all sorts of other software that's for free and doesn't rely on a copy-protected little dongle thing. Anyway, if you had any experience with this back in the day, do please let me know. I would be curious. Or even the older ones, because I think those might be a little more useful. And if you enjoyed this episode of LGR Oddware, then thanks! I'm sure you'd find some other stuff enjoyable that I've made in the past on this series, and many others that I have going on LGR. It's pretty much all focused on retro tech and computers and games and stuff, so if that's your thing, you're in the right place. Regardless though, thank you very much for watching LGR.